I met Finn when he was 9 months old. I'd been given a long list of equipment, different bowls and different combs, and actually all I wanted was to meet my new dog. And out came this bounding lunatic of a 9-month-old puppy, who immediately latched onto my trouser leg and tried to take me back off in the direction he'd just come from. We went off on our initial course, which lasts for 13 weeks, and in that course we teach them to be brave and bold. My job is to learn the story that he's trying to tell me. So when we turn up to a crime scene, it's very much my job to watch what he's doing and watch him follow human scent. Basically, we make them drunk on human scent, if you like. We were called to a job on the 5th of October 2016, and it was a job just like any other. We had no indication that it was going to turn out the way it did. A garden light came on, and the young lad appeared from near the back door, ran to the fence. Finn saw him again, ran towards him, grabbed him by the leg and pulled him down off the fence. And just as I'm about to give the young lad the instructions, he lunged forward towards Finn. It wasn't until he relaxed back into that position that I saw the biggest piece of metal coming out of Finn's chest, and it just kept coming and coming and coming, and it was the biggest knife I've ever seen on the street, and it was coming out of my best friend. Dogs are masters of body language, thankfully, and Finn put himself in the way of the second thrust of the knife, which was coming up and over Finn's head towards me. If Finn hadn't have done that, he was aiming for my upper body, my head and my neck, and I don't think I would be here now. Backup arrived in the back garden and took hold of the offender. Finn still had hold of the offender. He was still prepared to work until potentially his last breath. His chest was filling with air where it shouldn't have been, which was making it very hard for his lungs to inflate. So he had 4 holes in his lung. We then had to rush to the second vet, who had a mechanical drain which was able to pull much more air out and keep up with what was being replaced from the holes in his lung, and they managed to stabilise him. And then later on that morning he went through to surgery, where he had a 4-hour operation.
All throughout the rest of that day, a whole force I think was on tenterhooks just to understand how Finn was doing and what was happening. We were so pleased, when he pulled through that, and we just felt that the actions that he'd taken were in the absolute finest traditions of policing and keeping the public safe, and in Finn's case also keeping his handler safe.
Well, Finn was a really brave dog, we all know that. He was horribly injured, and the public really got behind him and really wanted us to do something. It seemed only appropriate that he should get a PDSA Gold Medal, but actually perhaps the memorial which is even greater to him is Finn's Law, which is going through Parliament, which is talking about how we ensure that police dogs are not just another part of property like a police car, but actually are living creatures who, if something happens to them, the people who attack them will get hit properly for what they've done.
His desire to go back to work was huge, and 11 weeks and 1 day after the incident we returned to work for a night shift, so it was like he'd never been away. And he was you could see he was so happy, as happy as me, and I can assure you there were some tears shed that night by me. Finn's a very special boy, and all police dogs and service animals out there are amazing, and to see him honoured in this way is it's just wonderful. Isn't it, buddy?